What's up, everybody? So one of the best use cases that I have seen personally and used personally with AI is, we're calling it vibe coding in the Twitter sphere of AI right now, but it's using AI to make websites and assets and images and things like that. And so I've actually built like several really freaking good, here's an example, video assets, images, websites, landing pages, and the copy on all of those with AI. And so in this video, very in depth, I'm going to show you guys how I do this, the softwares that you can do this with, and how to get really like world-class design. Whether you're not a designer, you're not technical, you don't know how to do any of this stuff anyway. And I'm going to show you guys real examples. So this is an example here briefly. You're going to see this full landing page in this video, but this is the AI Insiders landing page that I've put together. Now, this will be a VSL. I just haven't got around to it yet. But everything on this page was made with AI, especially this video. I made this video with VO3, which we have a video on this channel about already. This was fully VO3, awesome. But anyway, let's get into this. So here's how you can build and sell $10,000 websites or do them for yourself in under 30 minutes with AI. So guys, since the creation of AI, the game has completely changed. If you are using developers, you need developers for like security and things. But if you're really not able to do this, you should be doing this because we have AI and we have the tools at our disposal to do so. Our students have been doing this for months now, and clients are paying premium rates for websites that take me less time to build than it takes them to drive to Starbucks, which is absolutely insane. So traditionally, web dev would take you 4 to 6 weeks, and I'm guilty of this. I did this in the past with Closer Cartel, with a few of my other companies. I've paid up to, I think, $7,000 or $7,500 for a website build. Right now, if you guys go find a Webflow dev, he's going to probably charge you $10K. Now, you can do this with AI. It takes a ton of money, takes a ton of time. There's revisions, there's back and forth, there's all this stuff, and then there's maintenance. Like if you want to change something, they got to go do it because you didn't build the site. You don't know how it works. It's just dumb. Whereas now, 20, 30 minutes, a couple hours, it's professional, it's production ready. You can deploy it instantly. You can host it instantly. You can do real-time iteration and change and maintenance. And you can sell this, again, you can do this for yourself or you can sell this as a service for like 8 to 15K. The same cost they're doing it manually, but you do all the work with AI. So how do we do this? Well, here's a couple examples. The Closer Cartel site, amazing websites. This one hasn't been updated for years. The Kendo site, which we're actually going to take a look at really quick. I made this entire website with AI, okay? So the background, the layout, everything I did with AI. Now, I am somewhat of a creative person, so I do have, I guess, an advantage there in creativity. But, for example, the images were done with AI. If we scroll down here, a lot of these were made with AI, and then I had a design team actually make these cards, just like this sort of blown up stuff. But like these images here, the layout, that, you guys saw that scroll effect. See this animation? Done with AI. I did it with Claude code. I just said, hey, I want this to like animate, give me the code. So this is an actual component in a Framer website. This was made with AI, this calculator. So if a business comes in here and they say their monthly revenue, they say their average deal size, their current close rate, and how many sales reps they have, this automatically calculates the upside potential that they would probably have from using Kendo AI. Which is obviously this company. So this all done with AI. I don't know how to build that, you know? And then like these cool graphics and footers and everything were done with GPT 4 and 5.0 now. So you can do crazy stuff. Again, the AI Insider site, which I'm going to show you the full thing here in a minute. So what is vibe coding? Well, vibe coding is a process of building software or websites by guiding basically AI to do the work with prompts rather than you writing code yourself. So vibe coding is natural language into functional applications rather than code like this. I have no idea how to do this, even still. Vibe coding would be like, hey, create a hero section with a bold headline, centered layout, and modern typography. Easy, right? So here's your two methods. Number one is Lovable. We've already made a video on this channel about using Lovable. If you haven't watched that, go check it out. I think it's 3 videos back. And then second is Framer. So I used to use Webflow. Now I use Framer. Now there's a bit of a learning curve as far as the technicalities of Framer, but if you can just sit down for a couple hours or a couple days and figure it out, you're gonna be able to build insane stuff. And then there's some hacks I'm about to show you with that. So here's method number one of doing this. This is for software as well, is the AI vibe coding drawing approach. Now, I never saw anyone do this. I actually just thought, I wonder if this would work. And so I got my iPad, which is back here one day, and I drew stuff out, and then I just gave it to Lovable. I just screenshot it, I gave it to Lovable and said, hey, build this. And it builds exactly what is drawn there and really actually follows the prompt well. So you want to make sure, like when you're drawing, you obviously give it enough context. So like the header, the hero section, your main content, your sections, like basically all the sections you need. And by the way, if you don't know what you need as far as sections, just go to GPT and say, hey, give me a good layout for a modern SaaS website. Give me a good layout for a modern VSL funnel. And it will just give you the frame, basically, and then you just draw in the frame, and then you give it to Lovable, and then it's done. Pretty insane, okay? Next, here's basically the advanced prompting for this. Again, with everything, prompting is about everything that you're going to get as far as output. So something like create a professional and beautiful website using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript based on the design reference. This is for a blank business, targeting blank. The goal is blah, blah, blah. Tone should be blah, 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 because it's going to do all the copy for you as well. And so you got to give it some context of like who you're writing for, like what tone do you want, things like that. Then you can even define functionality. So like, I want smooth scroll. I want a hover effect here. I want a glow here. I want fast loading. I want a contact form. And then technical specifications. Again, if you don't know this, just ask GPT. So for example, like tailwind is, and I'm going to say this wrong because I don't even know. I just know this from using AI. Tailwind is a design language, if I'm correct. And so I will often tell AI, hey, make this in Tailwind, whatever that means, and it does it, and it looks beautiful, okay? Now, step 3, like usual, is the reiteration. So layer 1, you're going to have a structure adjustments, like move testimonials above this, make this, change that, right? Like structural. Then design polish. I do this a lot, which is like use a darker shade of color, or I have this extension here. I think it's called color picker or something. I'll just be like, pick a color from the page. I'll get the color code, and I'll literally just grab this here, and I'll paste it and be like, hey, make everything this color, and then functionality enhancement as well. So add images, do this, blah, blah, blah. Super, super easy. Next is the Framer, the visual builder approach. Now I'm going to show you actually. So why do I use Framer? Well, I built Kendo with it, at least the website. It is built on React, and so you can integrate into your actual software, if you do software, pretty easily with Framer. So Framer is what like all these beautiful software websites that you guys see now are built on. And they just rolled out literally like 2 weeks ago, Framer AI. And now I want to show you what this is. So if I go to my website here, so this is the Kendo AI website, right? And so you can see all of these sections and everything that I've had to build, okay? So I'm going to go to a dummy page here. Now this is a template, which we'll get into in a minute. All I'm going to do, let's say I want to build a new lander, right? I'm going to go here, insert. I'm going to go to wireframer. This is the AI within Framer. So I'm going to say landing page, and this is auto-filled. So create a landing page. I'd like a hero with a banner, logo string, some features, and a newsletter section. Make sure it is world-class design and looks like a proper enterprise SaaS lander. Now watch this. Magic. Okay. So looks like it's loading. It's still thinking. But you can see already, look, we've got the logo on the left. We got the nav bar. We've got the headline. We've got the button. We've got the hero. We've got the logos. We've got the feature columns. So now all I would have to do, like legitimately, is just upload an image. And all you do is you click. And then here on the right, the fill, you just go to, or well, where am I? Oh, I think it's going, I'm in the icon. You click the big image, and then you just go down here to image, and you upload whatever image you want. And then you change the copy by just like double clicking on it, right? I even have a footer here. So pretty insane, right? That's Framer AI. So using this alongside GPT image generation, you get some crazy stuff. And so let me show you just for example, so we're being comprehensive here. So let's say I'm doing like a mountain design. So create a background for a website hero section of a mountain and clouds. And so this is a very unprofessional prompt, just to get it quickly. But the output I've been getting from 5 is pretty good, I'm going to be honest with you guys. And so we'll see what we get here, and then I'll show you guys how easy it is to just slap this into Framer. Okay, it looks like 5 is being slow as shit today. So let me try to refresh this. That's the only downside I've seen with 5 is it's pretty freaking slow. I'm not going to lie. Like 4 was giving me these in, I think, 20 seconds. 5 is kind of like, kind of slow. The output's been phenomenal, though. I will say that. Like I showed you guys while we're waiting for this to load. This background is insanely detailed. It's pretty crazy. That was GPT, this background as well. So kendo is a Japanese word, like it's a Japanese thing. So super Japanese like theme. I think it's badass. And it's all GPT. So if we can get this to load. Okay, here we go. So I should have defined that I want the background to be transparent. So I guess I messed up there, but still, I want to show you guys just how easy this is. So you have two options, at least in my discovery so far. Let me see how this is organized. So this is a stack. Okay, so all I need to do is, like, I'm going to go to this stack here. So what's in this stack? Okay, that's the navigation stack. Header. Okay, this is basically the big stack. So I'm going to duplicate this big stack. I'm going to put this up here. I'm going to delete this. Okay, I'm going to fix the fill width here. I want this to be like fill, not fixed. And then I want to basically just delete this so that I get this to span the whole background. And then this does need to be what's called absolute. So you see how it sits behind everything? And then I just need to basically fix this size here. And so all I would do, let me move my head here. I would go down to fill. I would go to image, choose image. I'm going to click this. Boom. Now this is in the background. And so now at this point, basically all I'm going to do is fix that. So Z index, basically you have X, you have Y, Z is like layers. So I just push that back and then, I mean, that's good. So now all I would have to do is take this back to GPT and be like, hey, blend the bottom or the top or whatever into this color, like a gradient. That way it like blends smoothly. But like, guys, it took me no time at all. And then this stack, obviously, this navigation bar has a white background. I want that to float just like that. So I make that clear. This would be like a video or something. And then I would just blend this. And then we're off to the races. So pretty nuts, okay? So that's Framer AI and using GPT. So the other cool thing is Framer has a marketplace. So I actually start all of my sites from here because I'm not a professional designer. There's people better than me. So I'll just go to the marketplace. And there's actually free ones. So let's say I'm going to do like software. Is it called software? We'll just do landing page. And then pricing, I'm just going to go to free. And then all of these, this is actually the one I used for Kendo to start as a starting point. But like, look how good these are. For example, if I preview these are free templates, by the way. I can just download these templates. Like, look at this. This is badass. This is so good. And so all I have to do is download this, open it into a project, and then use AI, use Framer AI, use GPT, use Claude code, and I can make anything that my mind can imagine. So that's Framer. It's pretty badass. So now we have Claude. So using Claude to create sections and elements. So if you want a cool thing on your website, like a calculator, all you do is you go to Claude and you say, hey, I want to make a editable Framer component. That's what it's called in Framer. It's a component. and you want it to be editable in the canvas. That way you can actually change it and you don't have to go change the code. You can change it from the canvas side for normies. You just describe what you want. You copy paste it, you throw it into Framer, done. Okay, it's a piece of cake. It's absolutely insane. And so I use Claude. Claude Code is better in my opinion. I haven't used 5 yet. But like common scenarios like animations, unique layouts, interactive elements like calculators or quizzes, things like that. And so you want to be specific. Don't say make a contact form. Like tell it what you want. Be specific. Use the prompting, context engineering that we've shown on this channel time and time again. And then if you do this correctly, all you do is copy paste it, and then you get stuff like this. So this is the AI Insiders landing page that will go live. Again, started from a template. This is an animated thing here. I'll show you this site actually. Go Insiders. This site is so clean. So again, I made this. I started with a template. This is a VO3 video, which is just so sick. This is animated, badass. It has a global glow and everything. These cards were made by an agency that I work with, just because those have to be like pretty technical. But like this is a world-class landing page. You know, I'm not a designer. I'm just like a decently creative person. But using these tools, I can make really cool shit, and so can you guys. And so off of this, you can sell these. Once you figure out how to make these, spend a week building them, you can go sell these. And so here's pricing psychology if you want to sell this as an offer. Don't compete on price, compete on value, okay? Don't say I'm making AI websites, just say I'm making websites and then do the work with AI. And a 10K website is not expensive if it generates 100K in revenue, right? If you throw together a beautiful landing page with a VSL, that's a 10, 15, 20K offer all day. One-time build out, boom, you're paid. So like for example, AI Insiders is 10 grand. And so we've been teaching these kids, like I have this kid, Brad, he is like 19, has never really done anything before, joined Insiders. And I was like, dude, just go build a VSL funnel for somebody and sell it and use all the information inside of Insiders, which is like this on steroids, and just go make your 10K back, like piece of cake. And he's doing it right now. Like this happens every day. This is not hard, guys, I promise you. So you want to sell outcomes like this. You don't want to sell AI, okay, at the end of the day. So to recap, choose your method, Lovable AI or Framer if you're more technical. Create the foundation. You can do a sketch. You can do an image. You can screenshot another website and say, make this website. Use Claude Code to do advanced things like components, functionality, deploy, deliver it to the client. And then this will take you a couple hours, depending on the complexity. And you can sell this all day for 3, 10, 15, 20K. You're making 95% margin. So you're welcome. This will make you so much money. This is the easiest way for you guys to make like a quick 10K, I think, honestly, in the world right now. And you don't even need to be that technical because, again, AI does most of the work. So I hope you guys like this video. I'll see you on the next one. God bless.